everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Three Idiots, One Trailer. I'm one of your hosts, Thomas Billsborough, spotter for Z Racing, driver and spotter for D6 Racing, owner and driver of Oak City Motorsports ACC GT3 team. I'm joined by the other two idiots here.
I'm David Hall. I'm the driver of the Legend number 21. Also kind of a spotter for upcoming Garage 77 mini stock. Maybe crew chief some of it sometimes. I don't know. We'll see. I race occasionally when I can, and I try to help anybody that needs help. And then our final idiot of our podcast.
And I am the third idiot. I am TJ Stewart. I've been the spotter for David Hall for 3 years now. And I'm also the owner and driver of the Garage 77 mini stock for Wake County Speedway this year.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, three years is a long time too.
Yeah.
Not paid too, by the way. I don't pay them.
It's free labor.
It's free labor I have.
Well, looking back on 2025, you guys think it was a good year? What do you think?
I think there was a lot of unknowns with certain drivers, but then I feel like there were some drivers that we knew would do really well this past year, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. TJ, what do you think of 25? How do you think it went?
Yeah, I think it was a good season. For David and I, it was kind of an up and down roller coaster through the season. But when it comes to everybody else, it definitely seemed like a lot of the guys that you think would do good, they definitely shined the entire season.
Yeah, for sure. So track champions, I mean, we had a couple of them come out of Wake County, and a couple of them won a little bit more than just a track championship. Saw Carson Hayslip, he won, 9 or?
I think it was, I see it. So if I get this wrong, I'm sorry, Carson, but I think it was 9 wins he had at Wake County, which is pretty impressive for his first time being in a late model this year, full time at Wake County. So, I mean, and the competition that he had, yes, there weren't as many late models as we thought there should be, but with the competition that was there on a weekly night, I think the kid did a standout job winning 9 races this year.
Yeah, especially given the fact that you got Landon Huff, who came out there a bunch of times, and he was able to beat up with Landon a good bit there. So, yeah, that ended up showing that he shined a lot this year.
Yeah, I think it was awesome to see Carson perform at the Southern National for the Thanksgiving Classic as well. Led a good portion of the race there, too. I think he had a pretty strong race, definitely something to be proud of. I think he brought it home 7th.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I watched it. We paid to have the weekend pass or whatever you want to call it. And we were watching it on a Sunday, and, Carson got up there, led a lot of laps. I thought his strategy was really well. His crew chief, Alex Fleming, is a great late model racer. And I think they had the strategy down. It's just he got caught up in somebody else's mistake, and I feel like that may have hindered the drive off or, the handling of the car a little bit too.
Yeah, there were a couple of unfortunate incidences in the Thanksgiving Classic this year, but overall it was still a good race, a fun one to watch. I got to be a part of the Thanksgiving Classic with Zach Brown on the Charger side, and definitely thankful for another great year with Zach. Won a couple of good races, made some noise, and definitely looking forward to what we have in store next year.
He is a NASCAR champion, by the way, too. Zach Racing. Mm-hmm. So congrats, Zach, for being a NASCAR winner for one race this year, buddy. That was great, dude.
Way to go, bud. You want to hit on?
So I guess I'll talk about the Legends since I'm in the Legends.
I'll leave that to you.
All I'll say is, I go back and I look at the end of the year to see how many people we race against, and looked like it was like 61 drivers, maybe 65 drivers total that showed up at Wake County this year. We had from like Brexton Bush all the way down to like Clayton Austin, local guys that have raced there for years. And one of the guys, or one of the kids, I'll say, because he's not a man yet, but one of the kids, Josh Lowe, he has, taken off. He's a heck of a wheelman. I'm glad to call him a friend. He's my driver coach. His dad's also my crew chief. And, I believe he won 8 races at Wake County Speedway this year, but in total, he won 16 races, nationwide between Wake County, Caraway, Southern National, and he was the Wake County champion. So congrats to that, Josh. That check one check mark off your list. And then they went to Las Vegas for the Nationals. They were tied for first in points. He maxed out at 1,900 points, so he was maxed out going into Vegas. So he had a great shot at coming home. We paid to watch the race, and it was a little nail biter. I was a little concerned. He kind of qualified back in 8th, so he had to make his way up. He bid his time, made his way up, and he was fighting for the lead, but ultimately he finished second there. But the leader wasn't racing for national points, so he finished second and won the national championship. So we have a local kid who won the championship at Wake County, who I've got to share the track with for the last 2 years. I've seen him grow up, just love the family, love him. And, heck of a season for Josh. I mean, winning a track championship's great, but going to go win a national championship's even better. So I give him and the team at DSM credit for that national championship, guys.
Yeah, big shout out to Josh. Super proud of you. Way to go this year. Way to bring it back to Wake County and all of us here. And looking forward to see what you do next year and what lies ahead for you. It's definitely bigger and better from here. Moving on for you.
Absolutely. Congrats on everything that you accomplished this year and looking forward to next year.
Yeah. So looking ahead for 2026, what do you got going on for 2026? We'll start with you, TJ.
So we're finishing up getting the mini stock prepared here. So looking like we might have it done in time to be able to join it to Speed Weeks at Southern National at the beginning of March. If not, we'll just start at the beginning of April at Wake County, but that's kind of the goal there right now. Got to get some testing in prior, and that's kind of the big kicker right now.
Kind of an unknown because he hasn't been in a car yet, but he's really thriving at the bit to get in the car, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time I walk out of my house and I see that car sitting there, I'm like, I'm going to drive this thing right now.
Yeah. Drive it to work one day.
Yeah, you should. Just drive it to work. Don't even say anything. Just
Sir, my daily broke down. I need this today.
I had no choice, you see.
Yeah, I have no choice.
To work with me.
Why is your exhaust dumping out the passenger seat?
I don't know.
Just don't look that far.
Yeah.
It's factory.
Yeah.
It's a factory option,
There
guys.
is a factory involved in it. Just don't know which factory.
I only get 5 miles to the gallon, though, guys, so I'm going to have to stop quite often.
Carry a spare jug in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Just strap it in there. It'll be fine.
Pull over, claim police, like, what are you doing, boy?
She'll probably just give you a thumbs up on the way through town. Oh, man. David, what do you have going up for 26?
I'm spending a lot of money fixing my car right now. So,
Thomas.
yeah.
Look. I personally didn't do it. We've been over this.
So,
Probably a Jeremy Lowe throw you off the spotter stand for us.
Yeah, that was funny. So, quick story. I think it was the last race of the year or so.
I think so.
I'm up on the spotter stand, and if you've ever met Jeremy Lowe, he's a big boy. He's like Shrek. Just a big, big, happy guy. And I just feel this clobber of a hand just drop down on me. And he just leans in. Hey, I heard I might have to throw you off this spotter stand if you crash David out again. I've never spotted so scared in my life that I was actually going to get thrown off of it.
oh,
I warned him before. I was like, hey, if he wrecks David again, I go, you need to throw him off the balcony here. And sure enough, you just see David get spun around, and I look over, and Thomas is wide-eyed looking at me like, you got to be kidding me. And then there's Jeremy like grabbing him like, I think we got to go now.
yeah, I don't know anything about that because I'm in the car. I don't listen to that stuff. But no, we are like TJ said earlier at the beginning. We've had our ups and a lot of downs this year. So our downs is that the car's got to be fixed. We got to get it clipped. So we're getting it. Dylan Spain, who's like the legend guru here in North Carolina, I'll say.
Yeah, he's like a wizard with legend.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. So he is going to fix my car for me. and I should hopefully get it back, in January. But other than that, getting it fixed, getting it rebuilt, may have something special to reveal later on next year with it. Maybe a new wrap. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to be going to the Bull Bash at Wake County Speedway. It's the second annual Bull Bash. We did it last year. I think we may have had a total of, I want to say 50 cars show up maybe.
It was a good turnout.
I thought it was a good turnout for the first year. Andrew Tyree, the general manager for Wake County, this is his baby. And, I try to help him the best I can with it. My wife is helping with him too with this. But I think it's a good event for legend cars. I mean, it's, he splits up the classes so you're not running, young lion, semi-pro, master, and, pros all at once. So you get to race in your individual classes. So that'll help with skill levels. He's also running a charger class for legends. So I'm going to try to see if I can seat my way into that instead of doing pros, but probably can't. So, but the Bull Bash, it'll start at the end of February and go till the end of March, so pretty much leading up to the regular season for Wake County. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a 5-race schedule. It's on Saturday, so I mean, you're not feeling rushed, I feel like.
Yeah.
You're not on a time constraint with other classes, so it's just you guys, and you know when you're going out. So I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll see what we do in the season. I mean, we may travel some, I'm not sure, but Wake County is going to be our home for 2026.
Yeah. TJ, are you planning to race primarily at Wake or?
Yeah, primarily Wake. Maybe try to do some of the southern stuff as well where I can.
Yeah.
But that's kind of more of the game plan is just those 2 tracks for right now.
Yeah.
What about you?
Next year, I think I'm probably going to end up racing more at Southern National than Wake for next year. So then I can just kind of focus at Wake for, spotting and helping out all the drivers that I help out. Because I work primarily with Zach, but I also help out Anthony and, Dustin and Danny Mitchell and Ricky Mitchell, all those guys. So I think from my point of view, it'd probably be easier if I do all that on Fridays at Wake, and then I go race Southern on Saturdays. That'll definitely be easier for me. But I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna race a couple at Wake, but I'm primarily gonna be focused on Southern National for next year for at least my races. Yeah.
Should I get TJ to wreck you then?
No, I would appreciate
okay.
it. I would appreciate it if we didn't.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
I have apologized quite many times.
I don't say I don't want to pay to fix my car either.
It's valid. It's expensive.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
It's going through my metaphorical wiener right now.
Yeah.
It's cold out tonight. Sure, you guys can see our lovely cozy fire. Thanks for David.
Yeah, I figured we needed
a little
one.
fireplace in the hauler.
Not OSHA approved at all.
It is not OSHA,
No,
so
OSHA's gonna look at this. And be
don't
like,
tell anybody because that's not good.
We're gonna get a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
I got it from Harbor Freight too.
No, that from Amazon.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I don't know where Amazon got it, but not Harbor Freight.
I don't know. I give you credit better than Nate with the Temu tools.
Yeah, Nate, don't buy Temu tools, buddy.
No, stop it.
When 2 of your 5 batteries work, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I believe.
So another track champion that we saw at Wake, Lee Kozakowski took it home for the mini stocks. But I thought of a plan for next year. If TJ, we're gonna get ahead of Lee, and then we're gonna stay side by side for the entire rest of the race. Doesn't matter if it's lap 1 or lap 21. I'll wave to Lee in the mirror, just make it hard for him. And
Lee's hard to beat there.
He's hard to beat, man. Like you gotta really be on your game if you're gonna get ahead of Kozakowski.
You gotta look at who else comes out there. We've had AJ Sanders so much, and them 2 can put on a show.
They can put on a show.
We also have Robert Arts that comes out there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he'll come out there. Unfortunately, he did lose a finger at Thanksgiving Classic, so hope he's doing better with it.
He lost his finger?
Yeah, he lost his finger.
Where did it
Unfortunately, I don't want to get into graphic details on that, but
I didn't know that.
yeah. So, but hopefully Robert
Hope you're
comes
doing
out.
better, Robert.
Yeah, hopefully Robert comes out and races mini stocks next year because I always enjoy seeing him and Lee go at it every Friday night.
Yeah, they put on a really good show. That's for sure. Saw Tucker Haddock win championship his first year
He did in the Charger division.
Yeah.
Um,
He had a great year. First year, ever behind the wheel of a Charger, you go out there and win the track championship. I mean, that's something to be proud of for sure if you're that 55 team.
Yeah, I don't think he's raced that much. I think this, like Thomas said, was his first year racing. I mean, I think he's always wanted to, from what I've heard from the family, he was always wanted to get in the car, and they
that's what I've heard.
were like, hey, race this. Holden kind of took a step back, I believe. Not sure if Holden's going to come back next year and race, but yeah, Tugger did an amazing job. I mean, I was kind of shocked that he was. It seems like he's been racing his whole life. You would have thought he's been racing his entire life from a kid to now. So
yeah, I mean, if you watch him in a couple of those races, I don't think anybody would believe that's his first year.
Yeah, kid's patient. He can drive.
Yeah, I agree. So shout out to Tucker. Looking forward to see what you can do next year. That's for sure. Saw Lando Norris pick up his first unrelated, Wake County news. I know that you got your sweatpants on and everything for tonight. So if anybody's a big F1 fan out there, I'm sure that you're all happy that
it's Max Verstappen. Sorry, guys. Max Verstappen's the real champion here.
Next year's gonna be the year for Ferrari. You just watch.
No.
Yeah, it will be.
The only thing Ferrari did good this year was the Lego race.
Yep.
That's the happiest both those drivers ever were.
They won the sprint race at China.
Well, the Lego race was their crown jewel race.
It really
apparently.
was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Legit, happiest Lewis Hamilton was the entire season.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think so. I don't think anybody's going to be able to get a hold of it this season.
No.
No, I don't think so either. Oh, man.
Going into Formula Drift, you saw James Dean go ahead and get another championship, 2 years in a row getting that done.
Now, did they primarily run that at Southern National, or did they travel around?
No, that's different. So that was Catch My Drift at Southern National, but Formula Drift is the big touring one across the U.S. So that's the one that James Dean won. Now, Jonathan Nairn won the one at Catch My Drift in Southern. Yeah, they only run there. It's 4 events the entire year there. And they kind of spread them out a bit. There's like one, I think, in April, another one in June, and then September and November. So it kind of break them up there, but they put on a great show there, and it's pretty cool. When you go, you can actually stand up on the front straightaway of the NASCAR track and stand right at the pit wall as they come by. And you are like feet away from them as they come ripping through there. It's pretty nasty.
I mean, I've never been to one. TJ took me to my first one in September. I couldn't make the November one, but I didn't know anything about drifting. I know probably about 5% of drifting now. So, I mean, I think it's another great form of motorsports. I mean, yes, I would not want that tire bill because I could not afford that. I can barely afford mine.
I can only imagine.
But just the thought and the creativity that those guys can put into that car, you have, TJ can correct me, but like you have BMWs that have LS motors in them, and just you would think you can't put a Chevy motor in a non-Chevy car, but they do it and it works. And I mean, it sounds great. Plus with this Catch My Drift stuff, you can do ride-alongs, and I mean,
didn't you guys do a ride-along?
Yeah, we did a ride-along, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. My gosh.
Yeah, and they go above and beyond with that sometimes too. Like the one I did, the guy said before he was a little bit low on fuel, and if the car cuts out, then he'll take me out. We'll put fuel in and go back out. Well, sure enough, we went to do a transition, and when he did it, it cut out, and we lost the slide there. So he told me, he's like, hey, we're going to go in and fill it up and give you a full run. So I got a second run basically for free.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Then my friend Ben was out there before, and they didn't have that big of a line, and it was like a 4-seater car. This dude went and gave him, I think, like 5 or 6 laps maybe.
Dude.
Just because there's nobody else. He's like, I'll just keep running it. So he kept taking him for run after run after run, and he was having a blast.
Yeah, I mean, might as well at that point just keep going.
And $40 for a ride-along like that?
Can't beat it.
You can't beat that.
I mean, the price is good. Yeah, the price for that is good. I mean, like TJ's gone to other events where they do ride-alongs, and the ride-alongs are just, kind of over $100 to do a ride-along. It's like, is it really worth it then at that point? But $40, I feel like it's a good deal.
If they got to charge $100 to get that tire bill.
Yeah, I guess. Golly.
The biggest thing to those ride-alongs as well is like you do some of these other ones, like big one I can say is like the Richard Petty driving experience. All the cars are limited. They're not getting full throttle with anything. Whereas you go to do this drift one, it is wide open and they are getting it. It is the nastiest thing you can do for a ride along right there.
Yeah, they're about up against the wall. Like they run the course like they do in the actual show. So I mean, you're side by side with a car next to you and up against the wall. So I mean, one wrong move, you hit a car, you hit the wall. So I mean, yeah.
Like that one that you and I did together, the guy I was riding with that was leading, he nearly spun us out. And off the T-bone.
Yeah, so we about did that. No, I mean, I think if you're in the area for a Catch My Drift event next year at Sun, y'all should check it out because I think it's a cool event. It's not your typical race night, but I mean, it's a pretty cool event to go see.
It's pretty chill. Like they do a car show on the front stretch too, and the whole time everybody's just kind of intermingling. Check out the cars that they have set up. Watch all the drifting. They do set up vendors on the front stretch there, and this most recent one in November, they had a couple food trucks out there too. So the whole experience was really good out there for that event.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check one out next year. I think I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, you need to. It's a must.
Yeah, I think so.
There's talk too. They're gonna add possibly some other tracks for next year too. So their schedule might get jumbled up.
Oh, that'd be fun though.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
What off-season plans you guys got? Any competitions that you're currently running off season? Anything?
Nothing really so far, but I'm planning on here coming in January. They're doing a go-kart competition over at Rush Hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's being put on by that Tar Heel Motorsports Club, and yeah, it's like a 4-race season. So I'm going to use that as a little warm-up going into the race season with the real car.
Yeah, that'd be a good warm-up for you.
So if you want to race against me, come out there and sign up for that one. That'll be fun.
Off-season plans.
You're a father of 2 now, so I mean,
I'm a father of 2 now. So
shout out to David, off-season. Father of 2 now.
Yeah. So thank you. So I mean, I guess mine is I'm gonna help TJ with that go-kart stuff. I'm not gonna run in it, but I'm gonna go and watch and try to help him. I don't know how I'm gonna help, but just help any way that I can. Tell him, hey, I would go here instead of there, per se. But I mean, I guess just whenever I get my car back, go back through it, set it up for Wake County, and then I might try to test before the Bull Bash. Might not. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm in no rush right now. I mean, I kind of like not doing anything right now. So I mean,
taking advantage of the off.
Yeah, taking advantage of the off season because I mean, I'll say this, and I told my wife this, and I told TJ. I was like, this year I kind of focused a lot on our racing. Like I traveled a lot more than what I've normally done. I was before June. I mean, I have screenshots, so I got proof. But I was top 5 in national pro points come before the shootout. Obviously, I don't run national events. So after shootout, I dropped. But just to say a small team like us who don't go to national events, who could be top 5 in pro points for, I don't know, like 3 months, maybe 4 at most. I thought that was pretty good for us. I think we finished 5th in North Carolina pro points. Zach Brown beat us 4th. But top 5 for us, I mean, I feel like that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to enjoy that, the highs of that. And, I've contemplated other things of, after get the car back, do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to do something else? So, but right now we're going to keep it. We're going to run one more year and then we're kind of going to look at it from there.
Kind of rekindle after.
Yeah, kind of look and see what my interests are again.
Yeah.
So Thomas, you've been doing some racing off season here.
Yeah, we're heading into round 4 of our championship. We host a private championship every year on ACC. I've won the first 3 races. Got a comfortable 55-point lead right now in the standings. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how the year has gone. Last year, I ran the same championship with Ford. Didn't quite have the same year. I think last year I only won maybe like 1 or 2 races. So I'm already ahead of that this year. And the next race is going to be a good one. It's going to be at Watkins Glen. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to keep going. And then there's another championship that I might throw a hat into. It's the European Championship. So the time zones would probably be the biggest challenge, getting linked up for that. But yeah I might throw a hat. Might throw a ring in that one as well.
Oh, well, I didn't know we were talking about video games, but so me and another driver, Nate Orlowski, we had talked about running. I do iRacing, so that's totally different from the ACC side, but kind of similar in a way.
Called sim racing at the end of the day.
Yeah, sim racing, but we've kind of talked about getting. I don't know if I'd be on his team or he'd grab me a team. I haven't talked to him recently, so I need to do that. I need to stop being lazy and actually. But we've talked about running the 24 hours of Daytona for iRacing. So I don't know. It's always something I've wanted to do. I have another buddy that used to be my spotter that sim races like a lot. And he does some of those endurance races. So I mean that's one thing that's kind of at my list right now, but I haven't set in stone that I want to do it. But it's something I would like to do. At least do a 24-hour race to say I've done it, and then see how good I am against some of those guys that that's what they do all the time.
It's not like you're gonna have any sleep with a new child, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, valid
you're already
point.
accustomed to it.
So, I mean, I could race during the. I mean, I would rather do the night shift, honestly. But I was told with Nate, like you do, like everybody has like 3 stints, so you do like a day stint, and then then you would do it again at night and whatever. So I mean, I just got to talk to him and see what we want to kind of do about it.
You should do it.
At some point, we need to put a lemons car together and go do that.
I would love to do a
that would be
lemons.
blast.
Yeah,
Down at the
absolutely
Freedom
should do that.
Factory. Freedom Factory or no?
We could do the
Freedom Factory
but,
hosts one. Yeah.
I know VIR does a 24 hours of lemons up there.
Yeah.
I don't care. I think it'd be awesome to do one of those.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Love to do the Van Prix at the Freedom Factory. That looks like a blast.
The Nissan, what is it, Maxima or Altima race where they get like 100 of them and do it?
600 too.
I don't know what it is, but we could do it.
Where you bring all the Dodge Caravans and jump on the track.
Oh yeah, we could jump them.
Yeah, you either hit the jump or you take the chicane through the infield.
Well, we do have a written-in fan question.
Oh boy, let's hear it. Let's
shout
do
out
it.
to everybody who gave us fan questions. We had to kind of sort through and pick one. This one comes from Zach Brown. So shout out to you, Zach. The question is, what are your way too early picks for the Wake County Points Championship for late model stock, Charger, mini stocks, champs, and legends?
Okay.
Way too early picks. It's not even 2026.
All right. So
yet.
what is the first? What's the first?
First one is
class?
late model stock.
Late model stocks. Okay.
I already got my picks. I'll go ahead and start then. Off the news that I found out, Landon Huffman will be running Wake County the whole season, so I'm going to choose Landon Huffman. Off what we've seen from him this year, he's been very competitive, won a few races, even won both races on a twin night. So yeah, my pick is for Landon Huffman. I think he can get it done.
Yeah, I think if Landon
That's
Huffman
not a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick at all. I think if he does come and run the full season, he's going to be tough to beat for sure. But I also think if Carson comes back and runs the whole season, I know they're kind of bouncing around a couple.
Yeah, I've heard they're
plans
bouncing
and
around.
You know, they might do the full season, they might not. I think if they do, it could go either way between those two. But that'd be definitely exciting to watch either way.
I mean, I've heard things. I've heard, like TJ said, Landon Huffman has said he's coming full time, so that'd be cool to see him. I've also heard that he could bring other drivers. So I don't know who those drivers are, but if y'all come with them, please come. Carson has got a good shot if he decides, like we just said, if he decides to stick with it, stay at Wake the whole season. Because we know if you miss like 1 or 2 races, that hurts, your points a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my pick. He probably won't win a lot, but I'm hoping that their luck will turn around for next year. I'm hoping to see him more in victory lane. Last year, he got 2 wins. I'm going to say Zachary Marks.
Yeah.
When he's on, he's on. So, Zach, please get your stuff together. Get it right.
It's a good-looking car.
It is nice looking car, man. That's a great family. I love those guys. I've told him multiple times, like if I were ever to go late model racing, I'd try to go and get advice from them. I might get heard in the comments for saying that, but I just like Zach and his family, and my pick will be Zachary Marks.
That's a good team though, because we've seen Zach Marks be there when Carson has an off night.
I honestly feel like you said, if Carson's got an off night, Zach's there. But even when Carson's on, I feel like Zach is a top three car. He's definitely a top 5 car.
Yeah.
I'll say he's definitely top 5. And, when he's on, I feel like he's definitely a top 3 car. So, I mean, I got faith in you, Zach. Come on, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, because if Carson has an off night, say Brandon's there and he's also having an off night, you have drivers like Zach right there in the wind. You have drivers like Daniel Duncan right there in the wind, just waiting for these opportunities. And they're chewing at the bit, just waiting for it. So, it could really go any way. I definitely want to see, Danny get back in victory lane, at Wake. That would be awesome. That's another great team there.
Yeah, it is. They've struggled in the past, unfortunately, I feel like, but I feel like Danny V is like right there. It's just like he's missing
so
one thing.
He's so
and then
close,
like he'll get the pole and be good for first 5-8 laps, and then he starts falling. But I feel like he's right there. He's just missing some, and I don't race him, so I don't know what to tell you. But it's right there, man. You're right there.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
My pick. I mean, kind of like what TJ said. If Landon Huffman does come do the full season, that's going to be a tough one to beat because they're strong anytime.
They're strong there. I mean, he brings a good car. He's a wheel man.
They've got a lot of experience too. They run the cars tour. They run modifieds. They have all kinds of stuff in their garage that they could pull out. So that'd be a strong one for sure. I think I'd probably have to pick Huffman for the championship if he does come out and do the full season.
Hopefully, if Huffman does come out for the full season and wins it, hopefully he comes out to the banquet. Because I know the banquet kind of messes with people's schedules, but it'd be cool for him to come out to the banquet if he
I know I couldn't make the banquet this year. I was pretty sad.
I mean, you didn't miss much. I mean, it was fun. I mean, we had a good time. We went, even though we didn't get anything. But I thought it was good to see a lot of the guys. Top 5 were there. Most of the top 5 in the classes were there. Learned that some people are moving to different classes, so that was pretty interesting to find out. But I mean, it's always good food.
Yeah,
Thomas, don't worry. We both were there in spirit. I mean, we ended up on.
Yeah, y'all ended up on the picture. So I mean, hey.
You saw pictures of us. We were there. Yeah, I was in California at that time.
It's okay.
Yeah. The next one would be Chargers. Who is your way too early pick for Chargers?
Assuming he's staying back in Chargers, I'm going to say John Fitzhugh for sure on that one.
Yeah, that's also my pick.
Yeah. You can't get wrong with him when it comes to the Charger car. I feel like he possibly had a shot at the championship this year had he not started with the late models like they did. But as soon as they went back to Chargers, he was just killing it.
So
John's a solid choice.
I'm going to agree with John Fitzhugh, but I feel like Zach Brown, I know you have it in you, buddy. I know you got it in you. You've got one win. I mean, you're a heck of a driver, buddy. And, I know that Danny V helps you guys out. But, if you can't win it, I feel like Zach could get a couple wins this year. I mean, he can build off on it. I know I wouldn't say build off on the Classic because that wasn't that great of a 2 or 3 races there. But, you can refocus. I feel like Zach could get another top 5 position in the championship. Hope it's one more than what he had last year. But
that was an awesome win. I'm very, very happy to be a part of the team. With Zach.
That was an awesome win. I mean, I was standing next to his wife and kids when up in turn 1, and they were like, usually they're always in it. Don't get me wrong, they're always in the racing, but this race they were really into it. And I was just super happy for him to get a NASCAR win and not a INEX wins are great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would love to win a legend car race, but getting a NASCAR win and saying you're a NASCAR winner is like, what you want to do. I mean, that you can never take that away from you.
Yeah. What was awesome about that too, we were up in victory lane. If you ever met Big Rich, he's the car owner. He came up and he said that was the first time that car has been in victory lane in over 10 years. So for me, that was just
that's awesome.
Just to see this big smile on Big Rich, and we celebrated that one. We celebrated that one pretty good.
It's an older car, but hey, it can hang.
It can hang. That's a good car for as old as it is. It really is. Next class would be mini stocks. Who's your way too early?
I'm gonna go first because these two guys will be mini stocks. I don't think either of them will win it. So
he's so confident.
I really, but I do think one of them could be top 5 in points, or both of them could be, because unfortunately I have to say it. And everybody knows mini stocks, not many show up. maybe 5 or 6 probably show up on a night, maybe like
You
that.
get 1 or 2 races that you get a decent feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not,
so-
it's not a healthy car count.
I'm gonna say both of these guys could finish top 5 in points, maybe 4th and 5th. I mean, if Lee Kozlowski shows up every race, I'm gonna say Lee. But as we've seen in the past, he does not make friends with everybody either. So I mean, and I know it's hard racing, and I think he would say the same thing. It's hard racing, it's competition. I would have to go with Lee Kozlowski. I know I botched your last name. I'm sorry, but I think
It's a
the number
tricky last name.
it is a tricky last name. So I'm gonna say I think the number 27 mini stock will do it again probably.
I'm taking Ricky Mitchell.
Okay.
I know that he's been working day and night on that car. He's got a couple of things up his sleeves for next year. Super thankful for him, for the opportunities presented me to drive one of his cars for next year. So I'm not trying to make it like a biased pick, that I'm taking Ricky.
No, I mean he did well. I mean he finished. Feel like his average finish was either was 2.5 almost.
Yeah, we're right there.
Second and third. So that's why I say 2.5 because he
Yeah.
was either second or third place.
Yeah.
Finish almost weekly.
Yeah, he's a strong driver. He's smart. He's been doing it for a long time. He won the track championship at Southern National, and I might be wrong on the year, but I think he mentioned it was like 01 or 02. Like he's been doing it for a while.
I think he's won it at Wake too. I
think he
believe.
has, yeah.
And like they said it at the banquet, and I was like, what? So I mean, I think he can. I mean, if he puts it all together, and just finds that missing piece, I think he could get a couple wins this year and try to make it run for that championship.
We
For
came
sure.
real close. One of the races, we led every lap but the last one.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. I could look it up, but it'd take time. I don't know what the final point difference was, but I think he could do it if he can lead every lap and finish the last lap. But I mean, that happens.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of round out the top 3 there, and I'm going to go with AJ Sanders.
Really? Yeah.
I feel like he comes out there, he always puts on a show. He's gotten a few wins this year. So I feel like if he comes out there and runs every single race, I think he's got a good shot at it.
I'd hope he would. I mean, I know he's always a local at Bowman Gray. So, I mean, but I would hope he comes out to Wake and do both Friday and Saturday night because that'll help. Because I know in the past, and he's talked to TJ and I about it, he wants to win the North Carolina division. I don't know if it's Division 1 or Division 2 championship. Like he wants to win that championship. So he's got to race a ton of races just to get it for the point wise. So I hope AJ comes out more.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. It's always a good time when he shows up there. It's always some good battles with him. So
he's a good driver to learn from too.
Yeah, he is.
Very good driver to learn from.
Next class would be Champ Karts.
I don't know any other Champ Kart guys, unfortunately.
I'll be honest. Champ Kart guys. I'm sorry, I don't know all of your names, but my pick is whoever came out and won. I think 11 or 12 races this year in Champ Karts.
I know.
I'm picking that same
I know
guy
you were at
for
the
next year.
I know you were at the banquet, so I will choose you because you had a dominant kart this year. It's always fun to watch you guys race. Like, I mean, it's just like a
crazy show.
I feel like for me, it's like a smaller version of Legend Car, but y'all use the draft way more than what we do there at Wake, and I'm just baffled by how you guys run there. And I mean, y'all do put on a great show. I mean, I'll give y'all credit for that. Y'all do put on a fantastic show for the fans.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch that class. Last one would be Legends. We'll start with David.
It will not be me, so I can tell you that. I hope I can finish top 5 in points. I've done it twice when I first started, so that'd be great to do it again. I guess, man, it's kind of hard to pick because I mean, there's so many good drivers that can win multiple races, but I'm gonna have to go with Zach Brown. I think Zach Brown to do it. He's recently moved to Dillon Spain Motorsports. And, Zach has been, a great friend of mine. Love him and hate him at the same time because he got me into this sport. So, also, we didn't know that it'd get this expensive. But, Zach, I appreciate you for getting me into this sport so much because I never thought I would get into this. Funny enough, how I actually got into it was I reached out to Zach after me and my wife went to a race one night, and I said, "Hey, I want to get into racing." And he told me about how to do it, and I was like, "Hey, can I come and like, you know, kind of shadow and watch you in the pits one night?" He's like, "Yeah, come on down." So I went, and that night it was my first time going, and I want to say 2018. And his dad was helping him. Him and his dad did it themselves, and that night he won. And I was like, "Damn, okay, now I want to get one." So I think Zach Brown can do it. He's done it himself for quite a few years now. Um, so he's an engineer. He's a smart guy. But now he's gone to the next level with Dylan and what Dylan knows. And I think Zach Brown can get more wins this year. I think he's got a couple second place finishes. If he did get a win, I can't remember. I know he's come close to a lot of them, but I think Zach could do it. I think Zach could get probably 5 wins this year. I know the Worsleys will probably be there, so they're hard to always beat. But I see Zach winning it. My pick will be Zach Brown winning the Legends Championship.
Yeah, that's also my pick. Yeah. And from like also another unbiased, view, because I work with Zach Brown, like I work with Ricky Mitchell, but I've worked with Zach for years now, and we found a way to win races with the car that isn't the best at times. It was temperamental.
Yeah.
Still find a way to be top 5 in points, still find a way to win races, and now that he's making this move to Dillon Spain, his pace is just picked up like that. He's 2-3 tenths faster in qualifying and in race trim and everything like that. Now he has the backing of Dillon Spain Motorsports, behind him to help him with the car throughout the year. So
he's also got a new car. So I mean,
yeah, that's the new car.
So I mean,
referring to. So that's my pick as well. Zach Brown for the Legends Championship 2026.
Yeah, he's definitely a good pick, especially like you guys are saying about him having the new DSM car. That's going to be a rocket ship come next year. But personally, off of what I've been seeing this whole season, I feel like with Josh Lowe not being there, I think it's going to go to Sterling Risley this time.
That's not a bad pick, actually. I mean,
they're going to be fighting with each other out there. That's
absolutely,
for sure.
It is.
Because Sterling Risley, he's another driver who's always up there. He's always up in the top 5 in qualifying and in races.
He is, and I mean, I don't. I just know Zach Brown. I mean, I'm not discounting DSM drivers at all. Any DSM driver can win. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know who's going to come with them. I just know for a fact Zach is one of them. I know that. But it could be another DSM driver that actually takes it this year. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and find out at the Bull Bash. That's kind of where I see who will be the favorite, because the Bull Bash is kind of that like preseason tournament race for the actual season. So that's kind of where I feel like me and TJ kind of judge on who will be dominant throughout the season. So,
it's your first chance to get out there and race.
First chance to get out and race and, figure things out and see what works, what don't work, and, get ready for the actual season. So,
yeah,
it'll be fun. What?
Anybody else got anything else? That's all I had for the notes for this episode.
That's all I got for Legends.
Well, what about Bandos?
Yeah,
Bandos wasn't on here, was it? Yeah, no, Bandos was not on
you
here.
done messed up, AA Ron.
I don't know.
Zach, you left Bandos out of your fan question, man.
I don't know many Bandos.
I think if Noah Evans runs another season.
No, he's not. Noah Evans is got out of it. He is going Charger racing, from what I have heard.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, but I guess I would say if he stays with it, I would say Paxton could win it. He's always been up towards the front. He's got a fast car. I know that Paxton is going to possibly try Legend Cars Tucson this year or next year, I would say, in 2026. So if he does both, I would say Paxton. But if Paxton decides to do a few bandos and then quit, I'd probably say Stevie Warren. She's done pretty well this year. She won.
Yeah, she's always.
I think she was third place or first. If I'm sorry, I don't remember. I know she was a beginner, I think, last year, and I think she's going to move up this year. So I think she could do pretty well. Beginner bandos, I don't know. I know that we're going to have 7 or 8 of y'all this year. So I don't know about you guys. But I hope y'all, I'm not trying to be, that guy, but, y'all got to start somewhere. And, your first race, knock it off, don't look down on it, but, just improve from it because I know y'all will get better throughout the year.
Yeah, I think if Noah Evans does end up in a bando again next year, I think he'll have a repeat of the season that he had this year, winning 10+ races. But if not, then I'm going to pick Paxton Smith.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean,
that's a good kid, man. He's funny.
But Paxton, I mean, like David said, I mean, he was right at the front the entire time. I mean, he was giving Noah a run for his money on some of those races. So, I mean, he's definitely a good pick, especially if Noah's not running due to aging out, like we were saying.
Yeah.
But one thing that's always been a big question to me with Paxton is he's got that yacht club sponsorship. The kid's not even 21. That's a bar in Youngsville.
It's fine.
I was wondering that one.
No comment on that one.
Yeah, no comment on that one. I want to take that.
It's just a question. I've seen it on the car, and I was like, I recognize that logo because I've been there a bunch of times, and I was like,
I like it though, kid. That's awesome.
Yeah, way to go, kid. Attaboy.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah,
I'm sure Dad.
Shout out to you, Dad.
I'm sure Dad did that too. So hey,
cheers to you on that one.
Speaking of beer, I need a fresh one.
I don't even think we can. Can we drink if we put this online?
I think so.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't care. We're over 21.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's not alcoholic beer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is.
Michelob Ultra, I want 5 sugar, that 0.5% stuff.
Yeah. Anything else you boys want to dive into?
Well, I would say I would like to know. So I would say I kind of talked about how I got into doing this. Zach Brown's one that I'll give him credit for getting me into doing this. I reached out to him, like I said, one night. The reason why I did was when I went to the race, and y'all probably know this. Now, I'll say this. Now drivers are going up into the stands more and more, walking through. But when I was going, Zach was the only one walking through into the stands because obviously he had a wife and a daughter at the time, not his second daughter. But, and I've been a Dale Jr. fan my whole life, so I love the 88 number. So when I was going as a fan watching, Zach Brown was my guy to win races because the 88 brought back like Dale Jr. stuff. So, that's why I walked up to him, and he was extremely approachable to get into this sport, very helpful, has been a good, guy to lean on for advice, through this, even today, I will still call him up and ask him for like, hey, if I do this or this, so I was just wondering like how you guys kind of got into it. I kind of know TJ's story, but TJ can tell it. But I'll say this: I have no idea about Thomas and how he got into all this. Yeah, his is going to be the interesting part because he hasn't been around that long. I feel like so.
Yeah, this will be my third year. Yeah, this will be my third year.
So you started the same time I did with him.
Yeah, I guess 3 years.
Yeah,
I did have a little bit of an early start there because mine actually started like I grew up loving NASCAR, huge Bob and Bonnie fan since like I could start walking, I think. And always watched him growing up, always wanted to get involved in NASCAR in some way. And I kind of got an opportunity when I was at one of my jobs. We actually sponsored Quincy Adkins and his late model for a little bit. And I got to meet Quincy, and he brought me out to Orange County and South Boston for 2 races to come help out with the late model team. Now, I didn't know too much. So I didn't get that deep involved with it. So I just kind of helped like setting tire pressures and little things like that. But it at least got me out there, get a feel for what it's like at the track. And after that, he ended up shutting down the team. And so it kind of left me out there without anything. So a few years later, I started, I took over the Cars and Coffee of Raleigh. And we were the ones that were running it back when it was at Echo Park over in Cary. And one of the missions I had with it was I wanted to feature a local short track driver or any local driver and put them on the spotlight and kind of showcase them at each event. We had one driver we'd spotlight. So our first one, we had Aaron Crumpler out there with his legend car. We brought out Logan Martin with his late model. When we cranked that thing up inside, that was loud. that was one of the coolest things we ever did there. But after that, we had David come out. He was our third one. And John Fitzhugh was the last one we had out before we decided to call it quits there. But after we kind of shut it down and I was kind of reevaluating, like, hey, my weekends are free, and I got to meet these guys. I kind of realized David looked like he needed a bit of help. Because at the time, I realized it was just him and his wife doing everything.
Yeah.
So whenever I thought, I was like, hey, they need some help and probably get me deeper involved. So I decided to call him up. I was like, hey, would you be willing to let me help out on the team? Looks like you can use some help. And he was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I needed it because, like DJ said, it was just me and my wife. That's it. That's what it is. It's me. Without TJ, it'd still be me, my wife, and my 6-year-old kid who just doesn't care. Sometimes he cares, sometimes he doesn't. But it's pretty much just me and my wife. And then, before on race days, it was just me because my wife would, she can help, but so much. So TJ was a blessing.
And it's crazy, too, because when I came in there, it still was very new to me because of the limited experience with Quincy. So when I came in there, like, spotting was something I hadn't done at all. And so when we started, we did the preseason testing there. And I went up in the stands, and I just kind of acted like a spotter for a little bit, even though nobody was passing, got a feel for it. And I think it was, the second race I helped you out full-time. I basically just became the full-time spotter from then on.
Yeah. Yep.
Fair enough.
And thank you to Zach for all the advice he's given me because he's made me such a better spotter ever since I came on board.
Right on. It's now my turn.
Yeah, your turn now. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd always been into racing. My dad raced. My dad used to race motorcycles in a variety of series. So growing up, we used to travel around from track to track, and, he would do his thing, and I was on the team helping him out as a kid. And, that kind of grew with the connections that he had. And just some friends that I also made along the way to get into stuff like rally and to get into GT3 and to race in those categories when I was younger. And I moved to Garner in 2020, late 2020. I moved to Garner, and I could hear Wake County Speedway from the house. So I used to always just go to the track and, just be a fan up in the stands. And then I found the Facebook group for Wake County Speedway, and I joined into it, and I just posted one day in the off season. I said, hey, does anybody need help for next year? Just, looking to be a spotter and just kind of get involved. And I had a couple of people reach out. I don't think that you reached out, but I had the TSM guys reach out, 316 Motorsports. They reached out, and I was chatting with them for a bit. Zach Brown had reached out, and it really just worked out with Zach and, the offer that he had made. And we started working together back in, that was 2022 would have been my first year with them. And it just kind of have been doing it ever since, just kind of, working with them. And that's grown from one opportunity into the next to getting into it with the D6 racing guys and into the mini stock for next year. But yeah, I got into it from a Facebook post in the Facebook group asking if anybody needed help.
I actually remember that post, and I was like, I don't know, I think it was a Saturday or something, because I know it was not a race night or race. We'd already raced or something, I think. And I saw it, and I told my wife, I'm like, I want to reach out, but I'm like, I don't know where I would put them on our team because TJ and me are already established. I'm like, I don't know what I would do with them. But I'm super glad Zach picked you up because I knew Zach needed the help. Zach was kind of by himself. It's like him and his dad helps the track out every, Friday and whatnot. And I know that Josh was his spotter, would come up, but it was good to see Zach get some help that he needed. And hopefully you can still help him while he's at DSM. I don't see why you can't.
Yeah, I'm still going to be next year.
Because having 10 cars, shoot, Dylan's going to need help.
Yeah,
he can't do all 10 cars in one night there. So
yeah, I'm still going to be full time with Zach and Z Racing for next year.
That's good.
As, all my stuff with the D6 guys, which is why I'm thinking to do Southern on Saturday, so I can focus on Zach and everybody on Friday.
I just feel like your schedule Friday if you were to race. I hope you do race on a Friday, but I just feel like your schedule is going to be like overwhelming. Like, helping Zach, then you have to do practice, and then you have to go back and help Zach, and then do race. It'd be even a nightmare if Zach had to do Charger Legend and then you race. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be way too much for my brain.
Yeah. That's why I think for next year it's going to be, focus, what I've been doing Friday nights at Wake, and then I'll go race Saturdays at Southern. And, I'll do a race at Wake every now and again, but it's not going to be the priority for me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. That's fair. That's fair.
Big part of this too, like if you're here watching this and you're interested in getting involved in the track or any of these teams, it is a good idea to just go ahead and put feelers out there and see who's looking for some help.
Yes, the worst you'll hear is no. Just do it.
Exactly, because you see, David and I was the thing. I just ended up asking, "Hey, do you need some help?" And I'm willing to help out. And sure enough, and you see how you went. You asked, and sure enough, Zach went and grabbed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a girl, Taylor, actually join our team now.
Yep. Shout out to Taylor.
We ended up meeting her because her and her dad just came up and started chatting with us in the pits. And now we've gotten her involved, so she's going to be helping out with David's Legend car and my mini stock in the new year.
Trying to get TJ to buy us a bomber car too. So then we got a bomber car to fool around with.
Yeah, we talk about it with him like every day.
He's just
we'll get him on board. Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, no, I mean, we want to get a bomber car because we'll take it serious, but at the same time, it'd just be for fun. We just want to have
TJ.
Yeah,
we just want to have fun running a bomber car if we choose not to run our normal cars on a Friday night, and kind of give somebody a chance to run it. They've always wanted to do some race. That's kind of what I want to do. I mean, I'd love to buy a Bando for my kid, but he doesn't want one right now, so not going Bando racing anytime soon.
I think he'll come around.
I hope so. We'll see. We'll see. The wife wants to run a Bando, but I don't know.
You even put him in go-karts at least? About Frankie's or something?
No, he likes to do Frankie's. He likes to ride two-seater, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, hopefully he'll get around to wanting to do it more.
Yeah, I think he will.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
It'd be fun to do it with him.
Yeah. The bug hits everybody eventually.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll say this, and I know this. Like Josh Lowe started racing when he was, teenager. He didn't race when he was a kid. So Josh has recently been into racing. So I mean, I think Josh has totaled racing probably. I'm sorry, Jeremy and Josh, if I get it wrong, but I feel like at least 5 years maybe. They did 3 years in Bandos and 2 in Legends. So I mean, they're fairly new to the game, I would say. I think they may have started when I started technically because I'm 6 years in now. So I would say Josh is either about 5 or 6 years into racing. So some, like you said, some people don't get started early; they get started late. So
yeah,
just how starting off at 29.
Yeah, I mean, I started when I was 20-something, 28-something, I believe. Whatever. I mean, so I mean, yeah, there's no age limit to get started into this.
I think even Ken Block started at 33, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
well, without further ado, unless you boys have anything else, that's all I had for this one.
I ain't got anything else.
Oh, I got a dad joke.
Yeah, TJ's dad joke of the day. Let's hear
What's
it.
the dad joke of the day?
Well, during the summer, it was so hot out the one day that I hydroplaned off the toilet.
All right.
And on that note, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Episode 1 of 3 Idiots, 1 Trailer. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.